So we're talking bale feeders again here today. This is a R2-1 HL. So the HL is the high load, and it's a feature that was available on our square bale feeder that we offered, where though you can see those tines there are going to pierce that bale at about 6 inches off the ground, compared to a standard conventional bale feeder where the tines go underneath. So is this better? Certainly on square bales it's a lot better, but here we are talking about rounds today. So is it necessary? No. Do people like it? Yes. It allows you to access your twine and your wrap, get it off easily. When you lift this thing off the ground, of course you've got full access, nothing in the way of taking your net wrap off. Is that a good thing? Makes life easier, but then of course if it's a rotor cut bale falling to pieces, then it can you can lose crop, which is not ideal. So look, horses for courses, but as I say, we offer it because people want it, and you know, customer-led ideas, and I'm all right with it. It's a good thing, especially on a square bale. It's essential, so we're okay offering it on our 2-bale feeder. And this sort of premium product, this is a slightly higher spec machine than what the R2-1 is. So a lot of similarities here, but you get a full mesh headboard, a little bit stronger, a little bit more expensive, of course, with that agri mesh there that you can see through. Very robust, but it is as dear as poison. So but again, people like it, they buy it. Same with the mesh in the headboard there for the A-frame in the drawbar, which acts as your string box. You've got your variable height tow eye, your 70mm jack, your nice stowage point for your hydraulic hoses here, stowage point for your jack. Same reduction gear underneath there, 23 teeth to 17 on ASA 60 chain H, which is nice and heavy and robust, and self-adjusting chain in there. So it's all very simple underneath there. Another day we'll do a little bit of training on the web tube of how to check and service that. So there's your comb, which is designed to just knock the crop off. So that rotor's spinning 25% quicker than the floor chain. So that's just making a very, very nice ground crop presented to the ground, obviously for the cattle or sheep to hoe into it. So bi-directional feed, so left and right, of course, and 2-inch pitch chain, the same as what we've used for 25 years. Very, very popular. We like it. Massive amounts of bales being fed out with it. There's nothing wrong with it. It's 7,800 pound breaking strain, so it's got plenty of grunt. It articulates well around the tight sprocket, which is essential. Generally people aren't putting the cause mag on with a 2-bale feeder, so we don't have the problems with it gluing up as you can with combi feeders. So we're happy to continue to use it. We do use 3-inch pitch on some models of 2-bale feeder, but generally not these ones with these high curves on. This 60-degree angle on this high curve really is essential for the feature of feeding out these rotor chop bales. So we don't want to lose that by changing to a chain that can't handle the steep angle. Of course, the good thing is about these high loading bales is that it allows us to put a variation of tyres on the machine and offer different widths and diameters, because it's not essential to the height. So at the moment, as standard 11.5, 80, 15.3, they're just AWs. And the next one is really the 460 15.5, which goes on, which is a slightly bigger diameter but 100mm wider, and quite popular. When people seem to spend money, they seem to spend all the money, you know, which is fantastic. But you know, if you're in wet and muddy conditions, of course, flotation's a good thing. So the big Parker hydraulic motor, made in America. And we've got motors now, 25 years that I've been doing this, and no trouble, still working. So there's nothing going wrong. We tried Italian motors and had troubles with them, and wouldn't go back there. So we're back fully with America, and go Mr. Trump. And here we are with the big hydraulic ram. That's a 4-inch outside, so 3.5 inches bore. So it's half an inch bigger in the old money than the standard 2-bale feeder, and it's hydraulic ram. So it's got a lot more lift capacity. We get people say about like squares, they'll pull 3 high out of a shed with a machine and then pick them up and not even use the front end loader. So slightly different loading system on the back, but to the original, and it's more of a square frame chassis rather than the angle one on the original, but principally the same. One in the guts kept to be fed out, one being carried on the back. This one's actually fitted with the Teflon rollers, so that's you can see the difference there with those. We generally put those in frosty areas and high where it's frozen, because the ball bearings don't seem to like being that cold. I know how they feel. And then we've got the covers on there just to protect the mud from being thrown at the bearing. Again, incredibly well made, robust, 20 years of use, no problem at all. We are trading them back in nowadays at 20 years old, and the guys wanting new ones, and coming out of other brands that have been offered to them, and they've sort of been pushed into. But people are, so we still carry on as we've always done, building to quality, to strength and weight. I mean, 1,200 kilos of weight here, so it is heavy, but its longevity comes from weight of steel and strength of steel. So that's how we're getting them to last so long. And yeah, so we're very happy with it. And the 2-bale round bale feeders, either high loading forks or as standard, but with the sort of 2,000 feeders out there working, you know, we're happy that our customers are pleased with what they've bought and the job that they're doing. Thank you very much. Over and out.